Hello there, nice to see you back on my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. I'm Lexi, I'm the Winter Child Witch, and today we are going to be making crochet stars, which you can use as little gift tags or giveaways or Christmassy decorations. And yeah, bear with me, new setup, new camera, new editing software, so fingers crossed this is going to turn out better than the last video. Okay, so here we go for crocheting our stars. Now I'm going to go over some crochet or woolly yarn work basics in general, because I'm not going to assume that you have prior knowledge of crocheting. I always find that a little bit sort of, this is a beginner video, this is for people who want to just try something out with a nice little fun motif, to see if you like it and to see if you can incorporate that into your craft. This is especially useful and helpful if you're still in the broom closet, or if you just want to low-key give some magic to someone to support them or to help them, and you know they're not super into it, so you're doing someone a favor that they can enjoy in form of like a little decorative ornament, but you're also giving them a blessing or a good wish. So we're gonna go ahead. I've got these little stars here in 3 different sizes. The smallest one is the most fiddly one, obviously. This is, oh no, that's the wrong one. This is, I'm going to assume, because I don't actually have like a size on this needle, and I don't remember, like this is called baby yarn. I'm assuming in terms of like the size comparison between these two, I'm assuming that this one is a size 3, so 3 millimeters, whereas this one is a size 4. This works really nicely with this kind of yarn. The yellow yarn is actually, I've still got the banner for that here. You can see USA size 6 needle, 4 mil. So like I said, the smaller one I'm assuming to be a 3 mil. Again, if you look at the size comparison, it makes sense. The smaller the needle, the smaller your effective work is going to be. And for the sake of visibility, I'm going to use thick yarn with a US, I can see that, it's not focusing, but it's a US size 10, J10, 6 mil needle, and relatively thick, like large yarn. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna do this slowly and sort of try and make it sort of accessible for everyone. So the first thing we want to do for our star is to make a magic ring. Now the magic ring sounds really fancy. You just kind of like loop it around here and loop it around your thumb. Now you want to have a little bit more excess than that. I'm just going to pull it through, loop it around, hold it here. So this is what it looks like. Just going to put that around again. You go between your pinky and your ring finger, coming from the palm side of your hand, between your pinky and your ring finger, around your index finger, behind the middle and ring finger, and then over the nail side of your thumb, loop around once, so you've got a, well, kind of a noose around your thumb. And then you poke in through here and grab the yarn and pull it through. Now you've got like a little loop here, and then you go and grab some more yarn. That is your anchor point. Now you've got this little loop plus the extra thread. Now you want to hold the loop and the thread between your thumb and middle finger so they don't go anywhere. And what you then want to do is you want to sort of like push your needle through a little bit more, go into the loop, so you've got the loop and the loose thread over your needle, grab the thread and pull it through, so you've got 2 loops on the needle, and then pull the thread through both of those loops. Now this little V that you've got here is your first stitch. We're going to do 4 more of those, so we've got 5 stitches in total on the ring. So we go through the middle, grab the thread, pull it through, grab the thread again, and pull through those 2 loops. You go through the middle, fetch your thread, pull it through, 2 loops on the hook, grab the thread, and pull through both of those loops. 2 more, through the middle, grab the thread, pull the thread through the 2 loops, and last one, thread through, 2 loops, pull the thread through both of those loops. Now, the beauty of the magic ring is that when you pull on this loose little end here, this happens. And you basically form a circle. Now to close the circle, we will do what's called a slip stitch. We've just got our single loop here on the needle. You've got your little V shape here, and we're going to go through this V shape. And this might be a little bit tricky if you have a lot of tension on your thread. I tend to have a lot of tension on the thread. Got the V here, got your single loop here, grab the thread, pull it through the V shape and through the loop. So there you've got your first round. Now what we're going to do is second round. We are going to chain 3, and a chain is basically a crochet stitch that isn't attached to anything. So you've got your little loop here on the needle, grab your thread and pull it through, chain 1, loop, grab thread, pull through, chain 2, and another one, grab, pull through, chain 3. This is your beginning, like the first section of your second round. The second round consists of what is called a double crochet. Right, so double crochet, you've got your crochet piece here, got your needle, and you go through the front, yarn over, and then you go through your slip stitch and through the stitch of the baseline of the magic ring, pull that thread through, and now you've got 3 loops on your hook. Go fetch the yarn and pull through the first 2. Got 2 loops remaining. Fetch your thread and pull through those 2 loops, and that's your first double crochet. Right, we're going to put in another double crochet into this exact same stitch. So we yarn over and go into the same stitch, fetch your thread, pull through. You've got 3 loops on your hook, fetch your yarn, pull through 2, fetch yarn, pull through 3. That is one section done. 3 double crochets, whereas the chain 3 counts as the first double crochet into the first stitch of your magic ring. Now you've got 4 more single crochets. You need to put 3 of these double crochets in. To connect these, we are going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3 chains, and then here's our next single crochet. So we yarn over again, poke the needle in here, fetch the thread, pull it through, 3 loops you might want to hold that one, 3 loops on the needle, fetch your yarn, pull through 2, fetch your yarn, pull through the second 2. So there's the second section of your second round started. Put yarn over again, into the same stitch, another double crochet, and last double crochet into this stitch, work through, get thread, pull through 2, pull through 2, and 3 chains again, 2, 3. Right, that's your second section finished. Now these sections are opportune to knot in your intentions or your wishes. So you go with your first loop, you start your envisioning or your intention charge. You go in, and however you phrase your intentions or however you pray to your deities, this is the opportune sort of like little meditation to stay on there, to knot in and to focus on your wish, on the blessing you want to incorporate, on the intention you want this to hold and convey and give to the person you love or you care for. And here with the 3 chains you are, this is my will, so mote it be, and you're finished. There's your blessing or your prayer or your wish knotted into the section of your star. And we're going to do 2 more for this round, so yarn over, and you can put 5 blessings into this if you so wish. You can, instead of doing just 5 in the baseline like we're doing with this one, you can do 6. Same principle, absolutely exactly the same principle, just with 1 more. You can make the whole thing one big blessing or one big wish. You can work with color magic, absolutely. You can, heck, you can put glitter on this. You can, yeah, get creative. Absolutely, get creative. If you work with a deity who has the star as a symbol, by all means, dedicate this to your deity. There's no reason you should put any boundaries on what you can and can't do with this. Right, now we're at the end of this round, and we're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and to end this round we are going to go into the first double crochet to this chain 3 and make a slip stitch again. So we go in there, grab the thread, pull it through, and pull it through the loop on our needle. Right, so round 3, this is going to look a lot more complicated than it is. So what we're going to do for round 3, because we want to build on this to make our raise, we need to get ourselves over here somewhere. So what we're going to do is we are going to make another slip stitch right here and shimmy ourselves over into this space here. Now you put your needle through, fetch your thread, and put a single crochet right in that corner there. And we put in another single crochet right here, chain 3 again, 3, And I put another 2 single crochets right here. And 1. And a 2. And here you can see there's your first point. Right, we need to shimmy our way over here again. So you've got your slip stitch that you're going to do, and when you have a look at your little section here, you've got these 2 spaces, very, very small spaces. You go over here, put your needle through the second space, put your thread, slip stitch, and then shimmy our way over here into this space again. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, chain 3, and another 2 single crochets into the same space. 1 and a 2. Right, and same as with these triple sections plus chain 3, you can, once you've shimmied over here, same thing with the slip stitch, you can put another blessing in this section with your 2 plus 3 plus 2, again opening with your deity or with the powers you work with. Have your vision or your wish or your blessing, continue with your blessing and your incantation if you're inclined to using incantations. And again, here you go. This is my will, so mote it be. And you finish the section. And there's our third point. And we shimmy our way over here again. And like I said, you can work with anything you want. There's nothing stopping you from working with color magic, or if you're really like going to push the boat out, you can go and sew on some pearls or use some glitter or literally whatever you want to enhance your magic. So there's absolute and total freedom to do whatever you want, which is the beauty of Wicca and witchcraft. If you're not following a certain tradition, that is. Like, I think in Gardnerian or Alexandrian Wicca, there's obviously a very structured framework, which is why I don't do that, because I don't do well with authority. I just, like, I'm so bad at it. I always constantly question everything anybody ever says to me. I actually almost had an argument with my boss the other day because of precisely that. It's like, we do it this way, but why? Because we've always done it that way, and I just like that. That's just so terrible for me. Right, once we've finished that round, we're basically done. This is our star. And to finish that, you slip stitch again. And I'm going to go through here and pull that through. Like, the end slip stitch is a little bit like, you can, wherever is opportune, really. I kind of like to go, let me just show you that without losing my stitch. I just kind of like to go somewhere in this area, like over the middle double crochet. You can either go through the front. This one, it lends itself to go through the back one, but that might be different from case to case. So yeah, here we go. You can essentially just snip the thread now. Where's my scissors? And the longer you cut the thread, the more you can do with it, essentially. And what you do now is you just pull this through, And basically, really basically, you can hang it up just like that or tie it to something. What I prefer to do is I get a tapestry needle, thread this little thing through. You get these tapestry needles either in metal, I prefer them in metal, or you can also get these in plastic, both works. And you then look for, again, for like the opportune point. This would probably be here for me. And what I prefer to do is like I kind of weave this through the next or the closest double crochet and just pull it in here. And there you go. So you basically can't even see where your beginning is if you don't know where it is. I mean, obviously you know that there is your seam because that's your 3 chains from the beginning, but someone who doesn't know won't see. So yeah, I'm going to leave these like that because I'm going to tie them to something. You could, instead of dragging this down through the center here, you could go up the side and have it come up here so you can hang it. You can have it come up here if you want to hang it like that. This would be like a nice inverted pentagram if you have someone who's not opposed to that. But otherwise I would recommend having the nice star shape, kind of like this. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you're going to try this out because it's really fun and inexpensive. I think if you're in the UK, I get most of my wool from Hobbycraft, and this particular one was £1. You'll probably be able to find a set of crochet needles in different sizes, relatively inexpensively as well. And you don't necessarily need a tapestry needle. You can just use your crochet needle to pull everything through and make everything look pretty. But I'm lazy, so I've got this one. So yeah, have fun with it. Feel free to comment below whether you liked the video, whether you want to see more of it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.